It's all right. She's the two-headed Zeus. I don't know what she is. I saw her at my favorite store to shop in called Church, and I've had people in my life that, for some reason, magically had a twin sister, like my first wife and the girls in the choir. And I'm also into that kind of art.
Second floor, hardware, children's wear, ladies' lingerie. Oh, good morning, Mr. Tyler. Going down?
As a rock star, how easy is it to get laid?
It's very easy. In fact, if today was reversed, I could lay hundreds of girls that tried to rape me. If I yelled, I mean, girls have thrown themselves on me. They do for every man that's a rock star. I mean, Mick Jagger was my god. I was afraid to say that for the first 10 years of being with Aerosmith.
I thought you actually resented that a lot of people compared you to him.
I did. I resented it, but in a stupid way. After 10 years later, I went, when I got sober, I got to tell you. Then I went, wait a minute, I loved him. I wanted to be exactly like him, and Janis Joplin. I wanted to be like these people. And so when they started writing that I was, you know, a bastard son of Mick Jagger, I got offended because our music was nothing like the Stones. Yet they saw, you know, in that Mick Jagger. I see it. Every now and then I'll see myself in that.
I see it.
But I was offended.
Oh, yeah. Sex, drugs, and rock and roll, baby. Take away the drugs and there's more time for...
I think rock stars, I felt like I had an obligation to keep that alive. I certainly had my way with women, and women had their way with me.
You had an obligation to keep it alive.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When I get up on stage and I sing a song, I want to deliver it. I want
Oh, no, I thought you meant you had an obligation to...
constantly get
laid? Yeah.
I think that, would you say if yourself, Mr. Cameraman, at 17, you had an obligation to get laid every night? Okay.
He said yes.
And that's what we do as young men.
You didn't push yourself on women. Women threw themselves at you.
Yeah, but I couldn't do it if I could, as horny as I ever was, I could never push myself on a woman that said stop. I just don't have it in me.
During the times you were on stage, in concert, on tour, you had sex a lot, and at a time when it was dangerous. Do you ever think that you dodged the bullet of getting AIDS?
By doing drugs.
Yeah, and sex.
So many times. I thought people would say, well, you know, didn't you have this sex and that sex, and weren't you there and this? Yeah, I did. I had a lot. I had lots of... Remember, I'm from the 70s. It was group sex. You had group ropes. We had lots of sex. And I think that if it wasn't for the fact that I loved getting high as much as I did and spending time with the guys and writing songs or even, you know, with girls and getting high, I might have contracted those things.
So you're almost saying drugs saved your life.
In a strange kind of way, I am saying that.
How do you have a meaningful relationship when you have women throwing themselves at you all the time?
You cheat. You cheat. You break. You just don't, you're not true. You're not faithful. And I paid dearly for it. You know, I paid dearly for it.
You did cocaine with John Belushi. Did it ever shake you where you would say to yourself, God, that could have easily have been me?
No, it didn't.
Why?
I went down the worst path. I went down the rabbit hole. I went chasing Alice.
You miss drugs?
Dear great-great-grandfather, you made moonshine in a back